Somebody explained this to me. If you go to Africa, 70 to 75% of the prison population are men. Most of the crimes committed are committed by men. Our politicians are mostly men. All the people in charge mostly are men, and they keep signing away our resources to foreigners without thinking of the future population. However, when you come on this app, every live discussion is African men obsessed with African women, telling them what is wrong with them. Somebody explained this to me. If you go to Africa, 70 to 75% of the prison population are men. Most of the crimes committed are committed by men. Our politicians are mostly men. All the people in charge mostly are men, and they keep signing away our resources to foreigners without thinking of the future population. However, when you come on this app, every live discussion is African men obsessed with African women, telling them what is wrong with them. In every TikTok live is about what is wrong with the modern African woman. My question to you, my brother, is why are you obsessed with us? Why aren't you checking your brothers? Because they are the reason our societies are the way they are. They are the reasons why poverty, childhood, mortality, and all of these things exist. When are you going to have enough courage or balls to check your own African brother instead of being obsessed with us?
One thing we as women need to understand about men, they project so much of their failures upon us women. And we as African women, we were conscious of this act. However, our ancestors understood that behavior and tolerated for the most part due to the fact of the history of which we came from, of horror that happened to Black people. They understood that the loss of power psychologically affected Black men in their projections, which they held about their oppressors, which they could not express. They expressed that projection towards their own women and children. So we as African women, we are no longer condoning that behavior of men, how they violate their own women and children. Because we cannot be making the same excuses about the same behavior because they end up disrespecting us. Men know that they fear other men. This is why they get into deals that they get into with white men. They are not even conscious of the fact that they want to be white men in Black spaces. And I've said this multiple times on my channel that they want to become them, and they're not even conscious of the fact that they want to be them. They want the status also which comes with a white woman. This is why also they put the white woman on a pedestal. And most of their motivation comes to working hard to attaining a white woman. And if they do not even achieve remotely that amount of success into attaining that particular desire that he has set into his mind, he will make your life a miserable hell. He is living a life that he is not content with. He doesn't want you. He's having kids with you. Is not where he wants to be. And frankly, his life is just miserable. So yeah, he's going to lash out to every single one, like every single one. The best thing you could do for yourself as an African woman is to become so selective when it comes to men. It needs to be about you than it is about him. You need to not give him the significance of importance, because let's be honest, he is not that significant. And the liberation of Africans will not necessarily come from Black men, especially heterosexual men whom are Black men. Because even at that, there's few Black men who's even conscious of what is happening to our own women, and they are even suppressed by other men in our community. Until other men become conscious of the fact that they are holding on to a brotherhood that serves others and demonizes others, we will never get anywhere. Just like this system, it benefits other Black men who seek the power which white people have, white men have, to destroying the planet, destroying everyone. So their even motivation to becoming successful comes from the perspective of becoming white man, and they're not even aware of it. Because everything he holds of value, of importance, of life comes from their teaching. You don't know anything other than that this is what you know, and this is what you're aspiring to become. Even when we talk about dismantling the system, why would you want to dismantle the system that benefits you biologically due to the fact of your own gender? However, it does a disservice when it comes to your own race as a black man, because those things are very intertwined. You can't separate them from each other because they are one. I'm sorry to bust a little bubble, but men do not set the dating market. It's women who set the dating market. And then men follow through with that desire. Since men objectify us women, men need us as tools in their games with other men. And what is a man without tools? Definitely a loser. And what do men value most? Validation from other men. So the market is not set by broke men who do not have financial stability, who produce their offspring to be born into poverty, because the most important aspect of this is as a man ages, so as the quality of a sperm that he produces. Such men with their ineffective belief systems, their misogynistic belief systems, what do they get when they go out into the world? They get automatic failure because they are so entitled to success, so entitled to women, so they get neither. They get no women, they get no success. And the most effective logical thing he could possibly do is to get mad and then pursue younger girls who are impressionable so that he can gain leverage to gain male validation that can close in the gap that he is insignificant. He is broke with no money and he preys on little girls, forgetting that he is not setting the dating market. Women are the source. First, his thinking system is outdated. He produces low quality sperm. He's getting overweight, he's aging.